I think Will was asleep before he got his PJs buttoned.
I think so, too. And Jennifer was wiped out as well.
Well, I don't know. They were up and down the beach for about 3 hours before we helped them build that sand castle. I'd be ready to hit the sack myself.
They're having a wonderful time, you know.
That was good. I am, too.
Me, too.
That's good. That's good.
Oh, my. I'm hot.
Oh, you're pink is what you are.
I'm like a lobster.
You want some stuff?
Stuff, please.
Okay.
We have some stuff. Oh, wow.
Here we go.
I can do it. It's all right.
Oh, come on. I'm a doctor. I do magic with this stuff.
I don't care about the overtime. No, just put everybody we've got at the City Times. Yes, follow through on every lead. If the police can't find Stenbeck, maybe we will. Huh?
Well, far be it from me to tell you how to do your job, Lucinda, but you better tell your newspaper to be careful, because interfering with police investigation, they could get in a lot of trouble.
Oh, what investigation? You just told me that Hal was off on a wild goose chase. Where is he now? Where? On another one, I presume. And you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time trying to blame this on Samantha.
I am not blaming it on Samantha. I simply wanted to know about her atomizer.
She bought the little atomizer that was used by James to overpower the guard. This is nonsense.
Nonsense.
Utter nonsense.
Utter nonsense.
Margot, you got a minute?
Are you going to be nice to me?
Yes.
I got a minute. Excuse us.
Hi.
Go.
Hi. How long before we get that DNA report back on that shirt that Jack found in Teague's cabin?
Well, I have no idea. We had to send it out to a lab in Chicago. It depends on their workload.
If it's Molly Collins' blood on that shirt, I have an excellent chance of overturning Holden's conviction.
I know you do.
But we need her to give us some blood so we can make a match. Are there any leads on where she is?
Excellent point. Excellent point. Instead of wasting your time with Samantha, why don't you go after that tramp?
We are working on it. We're looking for her. Working on it.
How hard?
Very hard. Do you think I sit around here and do crossword puzzles all day? Lucinda, we sent out an APB on Molly as soon as Jack brought us that shirt.
Enough action, ATV. You gotta get... Molly Conlon is the key.
We have got to take this one step at a time. Yes, we have to find Molly, but it's not going to do any good if we find out that Holden isn't even...
Holden is alive.
What did you say?
We have to give James what he wants.
And that's me?
Yes, but...
Lily, look, I know that you think that Holden is a hostage and all, but...
He is a hostage. He wouldn't try to escape, especially with someone like James.
Yes, I believe you. I believe you.
I believe you.
But you're not seriously thinking of trading me for Holden.
No. I heard my mother say that James was sending you presents. He was sending you jewelry.
Yes, don't remind me.
He's obviously infatuated with you. He spent a lot of time in prison. He was thinking about the time you spent in Monaco, dreaming of those days. Sam, if he is obsessed with you, he would believe that you would come to him. He would believe that you would contact him. If you could just say that you're going to meet with him.
No, I can't.
Sam,
no.
Please. This is terrible.
Darling, honey, here's some tea. Now drink it. It's hot.
So Ben says that Jack's going to be okay, and then he just takes off?
Well, he got paged. He's a doctor. It probably was an emergency. Come on, now, just try to relax. I don't understand. Here you are you were moaning and groaning. You thought that Jack was going to die, and now the surgeon says that Jack's going to be all right, and you act like it's the end of the world.
No, I'm happy about that part.
Well, you don't act very happy.
You heard what Ben said. He said that Jack shouldn't do anything for the next few months.
So what, honey? So what? He'll be eventually.
I don't have a few months, Lisa. You said it yourself. I have to get pregnant by the end of March. And that just means I've got one kind of small little window of opportunity here. If I lose that opportunity, I lose the money.
Yeah, I know. It's a real problem.
It's terrible.
I know. It's really bad. I mean, $50 million.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. But at the same time, honey, you love Jack. Well, tell you what, he's a wonderful, wonderful man. But, Carly, trying to get the man and the money, that can be very, very tricky.
I think it is.
Well, Look, you know how doctors, they generalize on things like this, so you don't know. I mean, Jack could be up and about in no time at all. Then that would give you time to do what you have to do.
Oh, Jack.
As the world turns.
Jack. Jack, if you can hear me, you're gonna be all right. You gotta be all right.
Honey, Ben said that he got through it just fine.
He did. He came through just fine. It just take a while for the anesthesia to wear off.
He looks so pale.
He's going to be fine, Carly.
He lose a lot of blood.
There was some loss of blood, yes.
But you were there, right? So you know that he's gonna be all right.
Yes, Ben asked me to assist.
And so you know for certain that he's gonna make it all
He's
right.
going to need a lot of rest.
How soon can he come home from the
Wait
hospital?
a minute. Just slow down, one day at a time. When Jack tried to get out of bed, he tore loose a piece of mesh that was placed in his abdomen during the first surgery. Now, we've repaired that. We can expect a full recovery, but he needs rest and lots of it.
Right. Lots of rest. But he's strong, right? So he could bounce back real fast. The only question is, how fast? Jack, you see he's already awake.
As the World Turns is brought to you today by Metamucil, the doctor's natural choice for regularity.
12,000 people in my hometown, and I represent all of them. No time to get slowed down by irregularity. My doctor says exercise, eat more fiber, but sometimes a meal is whatever you get served. So my doctor suggested Metamucil. It's not a chemically altered fiber, not an artificial stimulant. The only leading brand with 100% natural fiber is Metamucil. Keeps me regular gently. Changed my life. Now I can get out there and change the world.
Metamucil, the doctor's natural choice for regularity.
You give them strength, you share their dreams, guiding them to choose their own things. Moms like you choose Jif. Choose Jif.
Creamy Jif's peanuts are hot roasted to bring out more flavor, a golden peanuttier taste. More like fresh roasted peanuts, more than any other leading creamy brand.
Big or small, you give your all. Moms like you choose Jif. Choose Jif.
Dirt, but I know who to call. The guy with all the muscles, he can do it all. Mr. Clean.
On tough, greasy dirt, Mr. Clean beats that other cleaner. He makes it easy. So cleaning is a snap.
Oh, yeah, he gets it all for clean. We power through the work, and it's easier to do it. Me and the big guy, nothing to it. Mr. Clean.
He's tougher on dirt, easier on you.
Eating your favorite foods can be a real pain when you've got a mouth sore. You need Oragel Mouth Aid with the most mouth sore pain reliever you can get. Oragel Mouth Aid. It's pleasure without the pain.
Are you sure you can make turnovers, Dad?
I'm sure.
Too full.
It'll fit.
Mom doesn't do that.
Trust me.
With hot, flaky Pillsbury turnovers,
You've got it made.
Hi, G-Man. How are you feeling?
Need to find out.
Jack, it's Bob Hughes. You came through the surgery just fine. What we want you to do now is rest, okay?
You had me so scared, Jack. Bob. No, it wasn't bad enough. I thought I'd lost you up there in that cabin. And now they're racing you off to the OR again. I've got to stop. Got to stop giving me these heart attacks, Jack. Do you need anything? Can I get you some water?
Holden, stand back.
No. Hal and Margot are taking care of that, okay? They're there, and anything that needs to be done is going to be done. You just have to believe me, okay? All you have to do now is concentrate on resting so you can get well. You've got to get well. You've got to get well fast.
Oh, Bob, I'm really glad to hear it. That means he'll be as good as new, huh?
Absolutely. It's still serious, but it's no longer critical.
See? I mean, I bet you thought that he wouldn't wake up after the surgery for hours, but there he is, just snaps right out of it. He's going to recover fast. I really think so. Just a couple of weeks, tops.
Carly, I know you're very anxious for Jack to get better, but let's not be unrealistic. After the amount of surgery that he had on his abdomen, it's going to be very difficult for him just to take a deep breath. So he's going to be in bed for weeks.
Okay, yeah, but there must be some sorts of medicines that can help him recover faster. Right, like some kind of homeopathic herbs or hypnosis, maybe.
Carly, you know, I've had some experience with patients and how long the healing process takes. Jack is going to be bedridden. His recovery is going to be slow. And the last thing he needs right now is someone encouraging him to push himself. You know what happened when he tried to get out of bed? Now, the internal hemorrhaging could happen again, and he may not be as lucky this time. So what he needs is time to rest and time to heal. And if he doesn't get that, he could die. Are we clear on that?
These are tense times. I mean, for all of us. And Holden is alive.
Yes, yes. And finding Holden is our primary
I
concern.
gotta tell you something. I put some private investigators on that. I mean, I just thought there were a few places of James's that I would know about. For example, in Scotland. Also the Ruxton Hills house. But I had no...
The FBI is all over that. I know that you want to help, but you're not. Now, I can't stop you from hiring private investigators, but you have to understand if they interfere with an ongoing police investigation, that they are going to be in so much trouble, and so will you. Do you understand that?
I hate to start right off with bad news, but they already have gotten in the way.
What?
I called Mr. and Mrs. Williams. You know, they're the people who adopted Molly's daughter, Abigail.
Yeah, we checked them out.
Well, as you know, they have not seen Molly, but they did see a strange man following Abigail. So they called the sheriff. He checked him out, and...
And he's in my employ?
Yes.
Well, isn't that just fine?
I make no apologies.
You may want to rethink that, Lucinda.
Lucinda, don't you understand that instead of the sheriff spending his time on the lookout for Molly, now he's wasting his time with these guys?
Oh, come off it. There's only one sheriff in all of... You can threaten me. You can do whatever you want. I bet you that my investigators find out more in 24 hours than this whole damn police
Wait
station.
just a minute. If Molly does go to Smithfield, and your investigators scare her off, what good does that do?
And if the PI drags her back here against her will, not only can she charge him with kidnapping, but she'll hardly be in any mood to give us a blood sample, now will she?
Okay, then why don't you all find Molly? And if you want a blood sample, I'll get it. I'll draw it from her myself.
This would work. I know it would.
Look, Lily, you don't understand. Everybody already has me somehow connected with James, including Kirk.
Did it escape?
Oh, you know what? As far as Kirk is concerned, James and I are some kind of secret item. Always have been.
Oh, please, come on.
I know. You know, he's totally paranoid. And then my good friend Margot just got finished grilling me down at the police headquarters because she thinks that I'm mixed up in James' escape.
I don't believe that, Sam.
Thanks. It's nice to know that I'm not alone.
But you do understand why Margot had to question you, don't you?
Yes, because of the atomizer. It was left behind in the van. It matches the one that I had bought a while ago. But still, she didn't have to imply that I helped James.
I don't think she thinks that. I think, to me, it sounds like James set you up.
Yeah, and that's probably what happened. But you know what? Margot really isn't the problem. It's Kirk. He doesn't trust a thing that I say, so the idea of using me as some kind of lure to get James to come out of hiding, I mean, can you imagine what Kirk would think if I tried to make contact with James? My marriage would be over.
I know. I understand what you're saying. I do. But listen to me. I am scared. I'm frightened for Holden. You know what James is capable of. You know he took him against his will.
I know. We all know that. We saw them chained together.
Tell me then why? Why didn't James leave Holden behind with the guards? Why didn't he do that? You know why? Because he needs Holden as a hostage, a pawn. When he doesn't need Holden anymore, what's going to happen?
I'm asking you here, Sam. I need your help to help save Holden's life. This is the only way I can think of to do that. Now, please, would you please help me?
Okay, Lily. What do you want me to do?
In the beginning, it's always the same little lullaby, the same special toy, maybe the same fancy diaper, even though it costs more.
Maybe not.
Things change. They're changed to Loves. They cost less. And now they've got this leak guard guarantee. See, Loves are so good on leaks, they're now guaranteed with a no-leaks phone number. Just call to find out how to get your money back. It's easy.
Now, where else are you going to get a guarantee like that? I can't even guarantee I'll get a shower every day. Live and learn and then get Loves.
It's time for a change. Because this isn't a cold. It's a siege. Last night, single nostril breathing. First the left was clogged, then the right. Why does it switch? So I tried these, but I was still up coughing. Finally, I got some sleep at my desk. I'm trying NyQuil.
Vicks NyQuil, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever so you can rest and have a good morning medicine.
You're my new best friend. Just kidding.
When we choose eggs for our noodles, we're very choosy. We choose eggs with no yolks to make noodles with no cholesterol. They cook up fluffier and help you eat healthier. No yolks noodles. We don't have what you don't want.
Peekaboo Street for chapstick.
I train a lot. Torture! Especially for my lips.
Chapstick lip moisturizer with vitamin E, a formula that protects to help heal chapped lips.
I'm not the lipstick type. I'm the chapstick type.
Lip moisturizer from Chapstick.
Funny thing happens when you drink Welch's white grape juice. It makes your lips smack. Try it. You just can't help it. Mom says it's Welch's Niagara grapes that are doing it. And Welch's white grape juice comes in lots of other flavors. All 100% juice. It's like your tongue says, hey, this is magnifique. And your lips answer back, but of course.
This fall, the NFL's back on CBS. After the Olympics, Tom Selleck's back. All we can say is, cool. Tom Selleck is The Closer, premiering Monday after the games.
It's much better. Thank you.
You know, I was just thinking of the last time we were in this neck of the woods.
I've never been able to figure out if that was a good memory or a bad memory.
Well, at least we didn't have to worry about sunburn.
Yeah.
We were always running away or swimming away from something with fully clothed.
And boy, my clothes were a mess.
It wasn't exactly like the romantic cruises they write up in these South Sea brochures and...
No, not exactly.
Do you know...
I'm so glad you brought us back here.
Me too. I was just gonna say, you know, you're much prettier when you're smiling and you're happy and what have you. Well, I don't know. They were pretty amazing times, though. All that run for cover stuff, bad guys and what have you. There was this dame, very pretty dame that was with me, you know, most of the time. I didn't know her. I mean, I didn't really know her. And I never, ever understood her. So I didn't care much for her. But, you know, we spent so much time together. I couldn't help but get to know her. And, I met the real woman. A wonderful woman. And not only was she beautiful to look at, but deep down, inside, where it counts, she's lovely. She's very warm and she's very real.
And you know that doctor? He's very brave. And very cute.
But you know what really surprised me was that this woman, wonder of wonders, she actually cared for me. I think she really cared for me. So how could I not fall in love with someone that wonderful? That wonderful woman.
Okay, we have to come up with a plan. But he has to believe that it's coming from you. So you have to tell me everything that you know about James.
Well, not all that much, actually. I mean, when I met him over in Monaco, I only knew him as James. That's what he said his name was. So I started calling him Mr. James. So he called me Ms. Markham. And there was a lot of game playing and teasing and flirting, and I didn't know that he was James Stenbeck until after I'd been back in Oakdale for a while.
When you met him, was he charming? Did he?
No, it was more of like an air of mystery. The confidence, the power, and when he looked at me, it was...
What?
It was like I was the only person he ever wanted to be with. What a fool, huh?
No, don't feel bad about that, because he has fooled a lot of people in this town.
Yeah, well, of course, I know now that all he wanted to do was get his hands on my worldwide shares, but I fell for it. I coughed those things up, no problem. Then I did something even more idiotic to try and get him back.
What?
I made him think that we were going to get married. I got the dress. I reserved the chapel, the whole 9 yards. We were almost at the altar, and I started hinting that I wanted an early wedding present, my shares of worldwide stock back. And he said no. So I left and came back home to the States.
And he followed you?
Yeah, well, that was one of the reasons anyway. That's the reason why I feel so bad about this, Lily.
Just the person I need to talk to.
Later. I'm in hot pursuit of my pregnant daughter, the detective.
Well, we need to talk about the City Times and the way it's handling the Stenbeck escape story.
Wait a minute. You were acting editor of the City Times, and you did a very poor and inconsistent job, and you're finished. I'm taking over, all right? I'll say what goes on. You do what you do best, which is... Would you make my sister happy?
Well, actually, this is exactly about making your sister happy. You see, the police suspect Sam in Stenbeck's escape.
Oh, darling, I know all about that. That's nonsense, and we're not going to print it.
Excellent. Very good. But I still have to wonder. You know where the police are coming from on all of this, so I need to know. What was Sam like when she just got back from Monaco?
Oh. Well, she was just very glad to be home.
Did she say anything about James?
She didn't say word one about James.
If I wouldn't have let him get to me in Monaco, I wouldn't have lost those shares of worldwide stock. He wouldn't have followed me back here to Oakdale, which means he wouldn't have gotten caught, and he wouldn't have taken Holden hostage on his...
Stop right now.
Lily, don't you see that
None of this is your fault. It never was, and it never will be. James used you just like he uses everybody else in his life. But you know what? This time, we're using him to get what we want. You know something? We're gonna win.
The label says 99% fat-free, but inside is the classic taste of original Chef Boyardee. Introducing 99% fat-free Chef Boyardee. If we didn't tell you, you'd never know.
Tonight, Mr. Reach conquers the evil black man. With new Reach Tooth and Gum Care. Get the only brush with feather-tipped bristles proven to clean gum lines like best.
Oh, and don't just brush, reach. You can feel it start to burn. All you can think about is getting rid of it quickly. Finally, I asked my doctor. He said my Lanta was made to work fast where heartburn hurts most, all through here. My doctor said my Lanta.
Freedom! That's what it's all about. It's like, let's go.
Whoa! Chevy Venture. Sure, things have changed.
Are we there yet?
But you still need a little freedom.
Chevy Venture.
Next up, little Danny Dow. Mom's checking her lineup closely, and she's sending in one of her Quaker bag cereal. Smart move against this picky little guy. Well, she's got confidence in Quaker's Major League Taste. And check these stats. Yep, Quaker bag cereal is about $2 a bag every day. Here's the milk, the bite. It's going! Wow, it is out of here.
Quaker bag cereal, one taste, and it's out of here.
Looks like extra innings.
Most Hallmark cards are $1.99 or less, so spend a bunch.
Dinah's lost heart.
I think I've been waiting for you my entire life.
So she's getting even.
I think Cassie's going to have a very interesting Valentine's Day.
Now she's digging up girlfriend's ex.
What can I do for you, Miss Marler?
I think maybe it's what we could do for each other.
Did she just hit pay dirt?
Hi, babe. Long time no see.
Oh, if you only knew. Guiding Light.
Go inside Detroit's secret design studios when Road to the Future continues tonight.
Teague's attack on Jack and Carly is a plus. Jack's testimony is also a plus. But unless the blood on that shirt is Molly Conlon's, our appeal won't have enough weight.
Yeah, well, what about the kerosene on the shirt?
If we want to have the felony murder charge thrown out, we've got to prove that Teague was the one who attacked Molly. So the sooner we get that DNA report...
Hi. I need to talk to you. And your office said you were here, so I thought...
Wait a minute, but first, Carly, have you seen Molly since you've been back in town?
No. Jess, can I have that...
Wait a minute. What about before you left? Did she say anything about taking off, leaving town for a while?
No. But maybe you ought to try Smithfield. That's where her daughter is with that family.
We have no luck.
I'm fresh out. Now, could I please speak with my lawyer alone?
Can we use the interrogation room? It'll just be a minute. All right, not that I'll necessarily take your case, but why do you need a lawyer?
Well, it's about the trust fund.
Carly, I represent Rosanna. If you need a lawyer, then you need to see someone else. I am very busy right now.
No, but, you know, it'll just take a minute. Okay. So, now the trust agreement states that I have to have a baby by December 31st, right? Which means I have to get pregnant by March 31st or so.
And,
well, I think I finally met the right guy. It's not Mike, so you can tell Rosanna it isn't Mike. But this guy, well, I'm crazy about him.
Really?
Yeah, really. But there's a problem, and the problem is that he is more or less incapacitated at the moment.
Well, and that's regrettable.
It is that. It is regrettable. And what's even more regrettable is that there's no way we are going to be able to get together so I can get pregnant in time. So what I'd like is to ask Rosanna if she could maybe put an extension on the deadline so that I could have a chance here, all right? So can I have her number, please?
No.
All right, what we need is a plan. A very good plan.
Hi, darling.
Oh, hi.
Sorry I'm late. Have you been waiting a long time?
No, I just got here. Did Margot know any more about where Molly might be?
Not a word. I told her about calling Mr. and Mrs. Williams. Of course, they already had alerted the sheriff in Smithfield. Lucinda is there. Do you know that she is not the least bit concerned about the fact that Mr. and Mrs. Williams were scared out of their wits because of the strange man following their daughter?
Well, what happens to other people rarely concerns Lucinda.
Yeah, but I tried to point out to her that, you know, her private investigator could scare Molly off. Now, that's counterproductive.
No such luck, huh? Well, she's under a lot of pressure. One I really feel sorry for is Lily.
I don't know about this. This is going to work, believe me.
Yeah, Molly was under a lot of pressure, too, before she left.
You mean when she was lying on the witness stand or afterwards?
Both.
Well, I'm sorry, but doesn't that fall under, it's her own fault?
Oh, absolutely. But her conscience was obviously eating away at her every day.
But not enough to make her tell the truth.
Yeah, well, I decided to go back over the guest room today. I found this.
Who's Pat Leary?
Some guy Molly used to work for, at a bar, Crazy 8.
Sorry you've been having a rough time, kid. Always liked having you work here. Nice to know you still think of this old guy when you want some advice.
Says she can come back and work for him anytime she wants.
Did you show this to Margot?
Nope. I called him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What did he say? Sounds like the fatherly type.
Yeah, well, he doesn't sound that way on the phone. Actually, he was kind of grumpy, and when I mentioned Molly, oh, boy, did he ever clam up.
Too bad. Another dead end.
Well, not necessarily. I'm thinking of going to Chicago and talking to him.
But Sam spent a lot of time with James, right? When he first came to Oakdale.
She didn't know that he was James Stenbeck, the man that she met in Monaco. She did not know that until I told her. What's the matter? You don't trust Samantha any longer, darling?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Trust Samantha? No, I trust Samantha. Are you kidding? I trust her 100%, 1,000%. It's Stenbeck I don't trust.
Who would?
Exactly. And what I can't get out of my head is that he's going to come back here, get Samantha, and take her away with him.
Okay, what about this? We get to James somehow that you've changed your mind about him. All the money and the power has finally worn you down. You want to find him and go away with him.
No, he would see through that in a heartbeat.
So basically, we're batting zero. What?
You know what his weak? Yes. You know what his weakness is when it comes to me?
I know your looks, your charm.
No, when he thinks I'm vulnerable.
Vulnerable to what? To his charms?
No, when I need help. Poor, helpless Samantha, alone, lost, the evils of the world closing in around her.
Oh, and James comes in to save the day, so we have to make him think that you need him.
We just embellish the truth. We make him think that I really am in trouble with the police because of the atomizer. And we make him think that Kirk has lost all faith in me, and Lucinda too, and there I am, alone, lost.
Vulnerable.
And the only one who can save me is James. That's right, he has to come to my rescue and carry me away.
Have you lost your cotton-picking mind?
Now there's a toothpaste so advanced, it even works when you're not brushing. New Colgate Total, a toothpaste that actually works between brushing, so it fights cavities and tartar while you're brushing and while you're working. It fights bad breath while you're playing. It even fights plaque and gingivitis while you're sleeping. New long-lasting protection Colgate Total. The brushing's so advanced, it works between brushings.
Look what Daddy gets. Looks good, huh? You eat those peas. This is Daddy.
When you make a Spamberger hamburger,
All mine.
watch out.
Perfect.
Because the premium pork and ham, spiced to perfection, makes Spam so good, it's gone. Spam, so good, it's gone.
Those fingers in your hair, that sly come hither stare, that look that lures them there, it's witchcraft.
It's Finesse with hydrating silk proteins. Smooths every strand for hair so soft and silky it has to be touched.
Those gorgeous flowing strands of it, I've got to get my hands on it.
Silk Protein Finesse. Get the look that gets the touch.
Dad, it's Mr. Schramm from the bank again.
Tell him I died.
He said he's dead.
In a moment of inspiration, Professor Krippendorf invented a new tribe.
What are they called?
But now,
I don't think there is a Shelmickaboo tribe.
he has to prove they exist.
The Shelmickaboo do not allow the pictures taken without the ritual body paint on.
Richard Dreyfuss, Jenna Elfman, and Lily Tomlin, Krippendorf's tribe.
Who is the adult in this room?
Don't answer that! Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, February 27th.
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
Tonight, the battle begins in men's figs. The man to beat, the explosive jumper and world champion Canadian Elvis Stoico. His competition from Russia, Ilya Kulik, an athletic and artistic powerhouse. And the dangerous veteran, 5-time U.S. champion Todd Eldridge. The battle begins tonight on CBS.
Cellular Black Holes, tonight at 11 on CBS 2 News.
Next time on Martha Stewart Living, Koichi is going to show us his version of Japanese flower arranging, which in Japanese is called ikebana, which means living flowers.
Yes.
Next time on Martha Stewart Living.
Today at 2 on CBS 2. Is the honeymoon over before the marriage even starts? These secret strategies will draw couples closer. Survive the first year of marriage. Gail's Guide to a Better Love Life. Today at 2:30 on CBS 2.
With little helpers, you've got big messes. Try Bounty Rinse and Reuse with sponge-like durability. Ordinary paper towels tear. Sponges can spread germs from previous uses. But Rinse and Reuse can handle the toughest jobs. One sheet is durable enough to rinse, wring, and reopen. It works till the job's done. Then throw the mess away. The quilted quicker picker-up. Bounty Rinse and Reuse.
No, Zach, when I was your age, I used to dream about being in the Winter Olympics. And then I realized I have no athletic ability whatsoever. Exciting, isn't it?
The address is CBS. Welcome home.
And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
I take it upon myself to say categorically that you will go nowhere near James Finbeck. For heaven's sake, darling. I mean, what the hell are you two up to?
Just keep your voice down for a second. We have come up with a plan to use Samantha to get James to come out of hiding.
Absolutely absurd. I forbid it. What if Samantha's hurt? What if something goes
Would you just please
wrong?
sit down and let me tell you the plan?
You don't mind, of course, if I throw in some interjections when you...
Sit down. Thank you.
All right. Wonderful. Now, tell me the whole plan.
I'm simply going to get a message to James somehow and ask him to come and meet me so he can help me. And then when he arrives, the police are going to be there waiting, and I'll be miles away.
Oh, that's wonderful, but aren't you just forgetting one thing? Who you are dealing with? James is not just evil and cunning. He is smart. He'll see through it in a minute. If the real bait is not there, darling, you are the bait. You are the goat meat that the crocodile is going to snap. He will not show. This is Get rid of it. It's terrible.
Lucinda, we didn't ask for your permission. And maybe you're forgetting something. Yeah, he's smart. But when someone thinks he's too smart, that makes them vulnerable. Take it from a con who knows.
It's all going to rest on how we convince James that Samantha is going to be there.
And if we do this right, he'll show. Any man who thinks, well, who is that obsessed, thinks that he's never going to make a mistake, is ripe. Believe me.
It's too dangerous.
Yeah, for James it is. But once we grab him, he'll lead us to Holden, or at least tell us what he did with him.
What do you mean, what he did with him? Holden is fine. James is keeping Holden as a hostage. He's not going to hurt him.
No, no, it wouldn't be smart to hurt him. He's not going to hurt Holden, darling. No, don't worry about that.
I'm sorry, because Holden's fine. There's no reason not to be positive right now.
Yeah, no reason at all. That's the reason why this plan is important. We're going to help the cops get James, and we'll also get Holden back.
Yes, you know what? I think it's an excellent plan. It's a very good plan. But I think we should run it by the police, by Margot. Let's go through it with Margot, because there should be some kind of security. Give me your hand, darling, and you give me yours. You swear to me, both of you, neither of you will be within miles when this happens.
Not a chance.
Or let us go together, then. Let us see Margot. And there's no need to tell anybody else.
No.
Well,
Great.
we're up to. Very good.
Sammy, what's up?
Thank
you leaving?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I am. So would you keep an eye on things for me for a little bit?
Where are you going?
Shopping with the girls.
I'll give you a few minutes to look over the menu.
Yeah, I think you'd better. Thanks. The only thing I have
Honey,
to say...
I know what you're going to say. I am not doing this just for Molly. I think the only reason that anything's ever going to be settled for Holden and Lily is for somebody to be willing to reach out to Molly. She needs that desperately. Now, I know you think I'm being a fool.
No, you're not a fool. And I think if you really believe that you can reach Molly, then you should go to Chicago. You should see this guy, Leary, and maybe he can tell you where Molly is.
You do? You think I should go?
Yeah, go for it. My only point is this crazy aide is not in a great part of Chicago, and if you're going to go, I'm going to go with you.
Jessica, please.
There is no way Rosanna's going to grant you an extension, Carly, so just forget it.
You haven't even asked her yet.
I've been in touch with Rosanna at least every other week since this whole thing began. I tried, in fact, to get her to cancel the whole contract, especially considering how you've acted, but she won't do it. So it's going to go forward as it is until the deadline. That's it.
Let me talk to her.
She doesn't want to talk to you about the contract or anything else.
Then you talk to her.
I said no.
She has a right to know. You haven't even told her that I want this extension.
If it'll shut you up, then I'll call her.
Carly, I need a minute. Carly, I called you down here to give your statement about what happened up at the cabin, Teague's cabin. Didn't you get my message?
Well, Margot, I've had a few more important things on my mind. You know, you'd think that the paperwork of a dead guy would come second to what's happening with Jack right now.
Well, Jack's been okay for a while now.
That's not true. He was just rushed into the OR, practically bleeding to death. He just came out a few minutes ago.
Oh, my God, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Is he going to be okay?
Yeah. I hope so.
Carly, you and Jack got real close at the cabin, didn't you?
What? Now I can't care about the guy who saved my life more than once?
It's a simple question. Did you?
Why do you want to know?
I'm just asking. Because Hal was real worried about you while you were gone.
Yeah, he told me.
I don't want to see Hal get hurt.
Wow. Marco, we actually agree on something. I'm flabbergasted. It's amazing, isn't it? Could you mind your own business, please? Thanks.
Whatever changes you want to make, it's always your call.
Is that Rosanna?
Whatever you
Could
say.
I speak with her, please?
Bye.
Please. That's great. That's really great. You could have at least let me speak to her so I could explain.
I explained, and Rosanna gave her answer, which was no. Flat out no. If you don't have the baby by December 31st, you get $0, not a penny. Okay?
You don't find many kitchens like this.
Thank goodness. I can't wait to redo it.
So don't. Sears has all appliances and electronics on sale right now.
So I could save on a new fridge, new stove, new dishwasher.
And...
maybe a little TV for right over there.
Yep, all with Sears low price guarantee. Find them for less, and Sears will meet the price.
Fabulous.
Sears will even give you free delivery on Kenmore appliances over $399 with mail-in rebate. So what do you say?
Time to get cooking.
Good idea. Sale ends Monday.
Here's croissant pockets from Hot Pockets brand. Let's try them.
Sandwiches stuffed with fabulous fillings like chicken and broccoli. Or ham and cheddar. And a tender, flaky crust. Outstanding. Croissant pockets from
Hot Pockets.
They tried our refreshing blue flavor. They tried our minty green flavor. Then we told them both we're Listerine. Cool Mint and Fresh Burst Listerine. All of Listerine's germ-killing power with great taste.
Every week, movie patrons eat millions of pounds of snacks, and nobody brings a toothbrush. Chew on this. Chewing Trident after snacks can help prevent cavities from forming.
Where's mine?
So when you can't brush, chew on this. Trident.
Okay, I just used gelatin in my hair.
Makes sense to me. Gelatin for nails, gelatin for hair.
Gelatin, like in Cortex Intensive Conditioner.
Cortex Conditioner reduces hair loss from breaking and splitting by 60%.
Cortex strengthens every hair strand.
Stops damage before it starts. Cortex!
Bye-bye hair loss from breaking and splitting.
Hello, Cortex, with gelatin!
My hat.
Some days you don't have time for breakfast.
My books.
So Carnation Instant Breakfast is packed to go with vitamins and minerals and 99% fat-free. Carnation Instant Breakfast from Nestle. It's a healthy start.
I missed you so. I missed you too.
Without your love, you know, I feel very lost.
I'm sorry.
What's the matter?
No, nothing. Nothing. I'm sorry, John. I know you want to be with me, and I want to make love to you. I do, because I love you. It's just too... I'm not ready yet. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be. Oh, come on, Barbara. Listen, if it's too soon, then it's just too soon.
I'm sorry.
Honey, we have all the time in the world. Don't be sorry. We take this just as quickly or as slowly as you want. That's all. Look, the important thing is that we're here together. I can hold your hand or hold you. That I love you and you love me. That's what's important.
Yeah, I want the receipts for the atomizers in the Chicago area, but let's branch out statewide, and then let's go west and take it to the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. Yeah, thanks.
You can forget about trying to find out whose atomizer that is. Mine is definitely missing. And my guess is James stole it. Or had someone steal it specifically to implicate me.
Why?
To make Kirk distrust me more. He's been driving Kirk crazy for months, and believe me, it's beginning to work, too.
Oh, the assault and battery charges.
The whole thing was a setup so James could get transferred out of a maximum security prison.
That's what I figured.
The point is, I didn't help James, and I'm going to prove it to you, Margot. Even though she shouldn't have to prove a damn thing.
All right, before you start your history on it, can I just set the record straight here? I had to bring you in and question you about the atomizer. I'm sorry if you took it the wrong way. I hope it doesn't affect our friendship, but I had to do my job.
Yeah, and you did it well. It was my atomizer. I'm positive of that. But I still had nothing to do with James's breaking out.
I know. I believe you. I mean, if anyone knows how insidious James Stenbeck can be, it's me. After all those little visits he paid me up at Spring Lake before anyone knew he was still alive.
What?
Oh, yeah. He had me firmly convinced that I was crazy. Got to the point where Tom couldn't believe a word I said. Now, it makes me furious that he's messing up your mind and your relationship and...
Well, that's the reason why we're here. To put a stop to it and to get Holden back. Now, Margot, I'm going to say something that's inconsistent coming out of my mouth. We need your help.
I'm Roger Soddy. I'm making Nabisco shredded wheat here at Post Cereals.
That's our dad.
You know, when my girls were younger, I couldn't get them near a box of shredded wheat.
That's for sure.
So you want to know how it happened? Well, it wasn't because I've been bringing it home for the last 20 years.
Sorry, Dad.
Now that they're on their own, seems like bottled water's not the only good thing they discovered.
How come you never told us how good this stuff is? Yeah, Dad.
Now you'd think they invented shredded wheat.
This stuff is good.
There are 3 million kids in this country who wet the bed, often because their bladders haven't grown as quickly as the rest of their bodies. One product can help that protects, yet looks and feels like real underwear. It's helping a lot of kids feel better about themselves. Good nights mean good mornings.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. When you're not happy, my skies are gray.
Nothing's worse than when your baby has a cold. That's why we created Johnson's Soothing Vapor Bath, enriched with aromatic rosemary, eucalyptus, and menthol. Just add a few capfuls to your baby's warm bath to help calm and soothe her.
How much I love you.
Soon you'll both feel more comfortable.
Wash your gray skies away.
Soothing Vapor Bath from Johnson's.
Ready to meet your new foster mother?
Hi, sweetheart. Are you hungry?
My mommy used to fix me this soup.
My mother used to make it for me, too. Why don't I tell you about my mom, and then you can tell me about yours. Campbell's, good for the body, good for the soul.
still. Oh, God, what am I going to do?
Carly, I just got out of my meeting. I wanted to stop by and see how Jack was doing.
He's resting.
So, how are you, honey?
Oh, I'm just fine, as long as you don't ask for details.
Were you able to get in touch with Jessica Griffin?
Yeah. For all the good it did me.
Oh.
She treated me like dirt, as usual, and then did me the big favor of calling Rosanna to see if I could have an extension.
No go, huh?
You're kidding. I bet Rosebud busted a gut laughing before she said I had to meet the deadline or no money.
That's so strange. I always thought Rosanna was such a sweet girl. She's really, this is so, well, it's unusual.
A cruel and unusual punishment is what it is, because I took her beloved Mike away.
Oh, well. Listen, Carly, you have to make a decision, and you're going to have to make that decision very soon.
I know. I love him, Lisa.
You don't love Hal.
I like Hal. He's as sweet as they come.
Yeah. Hal can make you pregnant. And you love the money. We both know that. You wait for Jack, you lose the money.
And if I go for the money, I lose Jack.
Yeah, that's right. You're going to have to decide. Is the money worth it?
So I surprised you, huh? It's nice to know I can still do that.
But how are you going to go with me? I mean, what about your patients?
Well, I have people who cover for me.
Really?
Really? Look, I made a promise to myself when you came back to me after that fire that I was not going to let you out of my sight for any more than a few hours each day.
You don't trust me, huh?
I don't want to lose you. Not even on a quick trip to Chicago. So, I'm going with you, whether you like it or not.
I love it.
Hey, Carl, it's Kirk Anderson. How you doing? Good, good, good. Yeah, not bad. Listen, I got something for you. My last act as acting editor-in-chief, I want you to do an article for me. Yeah. Okay, I'll give you the details later, but this is going to be the headline. Kirk Anderson and Samantha Markham Anderson to renew wedding vows on March 2nd. You got that? No. Forget the society page. I want it on the front page. Yeah. Carl, take it easy. I'll take the heat on this. I will... What do you mean? It's great news. It's around Valentine's Day. Love is in the air. You know, it's going to be great. Carl, don't worry. I'll take the heat, but you got to do this for me. Tell me you'll do this for me, Carl. Attaboy. Okay, I'll take the heat. That's right. Thank you. I'll talk to you later with the details. Right. Thanks. Okay. I think that'll send a message to James Stenbeck to stay away from Sam.
Margot, we know it's dangerous.
Well, anything involving James Stenbeck is dangerous, but we got to talk about if we fail.
We're not going to fail. Not if we do this right.
Right. We're back to where we started. How do we contact James?
Without letting him know that it's some kind of a setup.
Okay. You're going to continue to play the innocent victim. We're going to leak this to the press. You're implicated. You're going before a grand jury. Possible indictment, whole 9 yards.
That's great, and I downplay it in the newspaper, and he thinks, you know, that's what I'm doing, and great.
Well, we can't just count on James finding out that Sam is in trouble and contacting her himself.
No, but... Jonathan Baldwin, James's lawyer. Samantha will get in touch with Mr. Baldwin and say, oh,
Yes,
No,
that you want to contact James. You need to talk to him.
His lawyer is never going to be in contact with James.
Assuming he wants to keep his license, but you bet your sweet patootie that James is in contact with him daily.
Yes, and so when he hears that I'm in trouble and that I need help, he'll set up a meeting someplace.
No. Yes. No. You set it up.
Oh.
You set up the time. You set up the place. But you won't be there. I will.
You're going to go in her place?
Yeah, I'm going to have to get 9-inch heels, and I can never eat again, but I'm not going to miss out on this. I'm going there.
Yeah, this is going to work.
We are going to bring Jane Stenbeck down, ladies.
We're going to bring Holden back.
All for one and one for all.